In early 2025, a TikTok creator named Nova X, with over 9 million followers, posted something that broke the internet. They weren't revealing a scandal or launching a drama. They were revealing a new version of themselves. Nova had undergone a full body transformation using biotech enhancements, synthetic skin, color-shifting eyes, digital voice modulation, and even subdermal implants that changed their body temperature and scent. They weren't sick. They weren't in danger. They just didn't feel like their body matched who they wanted to be. And the world? It freaked out. Some people praised it as art, evolution, freedom. Others? They called it disturbing, unnatural, even fake. But the real question beneath all the chaos was this: if we can change everything about ourselves, what's still real? Let's face it, we are living in a time where identity is more flexible than ever before. Gender, appearance, even age, all these things used to be considered fixed. Now, not so much. You can change your voice, your body, your name. You can live online as a dragon, a cyborg, or someone 10 years younger than you actually are. You can use AI to generate the perfect face and deepfake yourself into any reality. But here's where it gets complicated. Just because we can become anything, does that mean we still know who we really are? Changing your body used to be about survival or health. Now, it's about expression or even performance. Some people enhance their looks with tech. Others shift their gender identity. Some people modify their voices, their personalities, even their online pasts. But when everything becomes editable, when nothing is permanent, we begin to lose something, a sense of what's authentic. Therefore, in the quest to become more ourselves, we might be accidentally erasing the core of who we are. Let's talk about the body for a second. The human body has always been a kind of boundary, a limit. We got tired, we aged, we got sick. Those limits made us human. Now we're seeing a new generation that says, why should I be stuck in a body I didn't choose? Sounds empowering, right? But if we replace pain, aging, and even death with upgrades, what happens to the experiences that made life meaningful? What happens to empathy when you've never felt limitation? Therefore, in trying to become better, we risk becoming less connected to each other, and even to ourselves. Let's not forget the digital side of this. Online, you can be whoever you want. Filters, avatars, AI-generated photos. You don't even have to look like yourself anymore. This creates freedom and fantasy. People feel seen in ways they never did before. But it also creates confusion. If no one knows what's real, does it matter? What happens when our real-life self feels like a downgrade from our digital one? Therefore, more and more people are investing in their curated identity, and that makes self-worth fragile. This isn't just a personal issue. Tech companies are already developing tools to monetize your identity. Want a virtual version of yourself that works 24/7 in the metaverse? Want to change your biology, your perception, your experience? There's a subscription for that. But who's really in control here? You? Or the systems that shape who you think you should be? Therefore, the ability to be whoever you want comes at a cost. And sometimes, that cost is authenticity or even freedom. In a world where everything is editable, customizable, and fluid, what does truth even mean? Is truth just a story we tell ourselves? Or is there still something objective that lives beneath the edits? We say be true to yourself. But which self? The one you were born as? The one you feel like today? The one your followers love most? Therefore, the search for truth becomes not a destination, but a moving target. And that's both thrilling and terrifying. Not everyone is celebrating this. Some people see these changes as dangerous, as a breakdown of society. They say we're losing reality. But isn't it also true that past generations said the same thing? About rock music, the internet, tattoos, women voting? Maybe fear of change is just part of being human. Therefore, maybe the real challenge isn't stopping change, but learning how to navigate it without losing ourselves. So here we are. We can now change how we look. We can change our identity. We can even start altering our biology. But with every layer we customize, we risk drifting from something deeper, something raw, something human, something real. Therefore, the question is not should we change? The question is, how do we stay grounded in a world where everything is changeable? Let me be honest. Even as I write this, I don't have the answer. Sometimes, I wish I could rewrite parts of myself. Sometimes, I wish I could press reset. And maybe you felt that too. But maybe part of what makes us real isn't perfection, but process. Maybe it's not about choosing one identity forever, but learning to live with our layers, the ones we picked and the ones we didn't see. Therefore, being real isn't about staying the same. It's about staying honest with ourselves and with others. So let me ask you, if you could redesign yourself completely, would you? And if you did, would you still be you? We're entering a future where those questions won't be hypothetical anymore. They'll be choices we all face. Let's not just talk about what's possible. Let's talk about what's real. If this made you pause, even for a second, share it. Start a conversation, not about what people should be, but about what it means to be.